Made a video. Well, actually, I think I made one last week, but my brain is just totally in mom mode. This is 2-day dry shampoo hair. So I'm very stylish today. So just coming at you this week with some thoughts I've had that I want to share, because that's what I do. For those of you who haven't seen this channel or videos, I'm Alex, I'm an autism mom, and I just kind of chat about that life and feelings that may come up or situations, and yeah. I'm coming at you from the bathroom, the kids are in bed, and the bathroom is like the holy grail, isn't it? It's like the sacred space for moms. Never thought I'd think that, but it's like if you need a moment, where do you go? You step in here, or you get a bath, or whatever, or like a quick rinse. The quick rinse is like my thing because the kids come in the bathroom anyway a lot of the time when you're trying to get things done, and yeah. So I am here to chat with you again today, and everything that I say may not be something you agree with, or maybe you do, but this is just me rambling on, and I try and be as real as I can. I don't even need to really try and do that, because if you know me, I'm my mother's daughter, and there's just no filter, and can't be phony. So, it is what it is. Anyway, this week I want to chat a little bit about how you deal with the troublesome areas. Meaning, when you go through periods or days that are a little rougher than they have been in recent times. When certain things are improving so much, but there's still struggles kind of lingering there. We'll always have struggles, I think. I think every stage will just bring new ones. It doesn't mean it's the end of the world, but then there are moments that it feels like it is. And that's just me. And it's not that I feel like Emmett, causes any of these things and it's his fault and that. It's nothing to do with that. It's just certain things that I wish I could just fix for him like that. Which I think we feel as a mother and father anyway. Lately, the last couple of months, his relationship with his baby brother has blossomed wholeheartedly. Especially the last month and a half, 2 months. They are so close, they play together, and we kind of have kids with little things going on, like Emmett has his stuff going on that he usually does, helping him with communication and stuff. And we've also had to kind of push along Sammy, help with communication, because he's only 2, first of all, but he is behind in speech. I hate using those terms, believe me. I don't mean my kid is behind, because Sammy is not, behind. But, bunch of referrals have been sent, and we're just seeing what it's going to be. And it may be nothing. He might start talking up a storm in a week, so I have no idea. But, so we're kind of pushing the 2 of them along, but they're going, it's fantastic. It's been, they've gone through waves of, really tight. In the beginning when Sammy was a newborn, Emmett was all over him because he was this new little creature in the house. And I don't mean to say baby is a creature, but you know what I mean. And now that he's, building tracks with him and stuff like that, Emmett is completely intrigued at this, and he wants him to be involved. When Emmett grabs 2 trains, he gives one to his brother, and they play. So, that has been amazing. The biggest issue that we have is the control thing. And it's kind of a, shared control is a hot topic in the autism family life, you're aware of that. And he's completely good with, us playing with trains, us doing stuff, Sammy doing stuff. Has nothing to do with anything that. It's issues like the door. If he doesn't get a chance to unlock it after a certain amount of time, he wants to unlock it, and if somebody else does, he's pissed. It's just little things like that we're working on, because we've taken all the strategies that we've learned. But the thing is that working on them doesn't mean that it's easy. Working on them can be exhausting and can just make some days you can't wait for bedtime. And you feel so guilty because this is your child and this is, you're supposed to be this kind of you're supposed to kind of be like this pool of water for them that hydrates their life and all that stuff. And sometimes you feel like you're drying out. But you're not upset at them because they're thirsty. They're trying to go forward. They're trying to hydrate. They're trying to, I don't know if that's a good metaphor or not, but I'm going with it. And lately, it's been so good in some areas, like I said, but then there's just this little area that we're trying to figure out as much as he is. And it's so frustrating because we want to make it easier. And people will be like, kids need to learn. Okay. Live in our shoes for a week, would you? Live in a lot of families with an autistic kid for a week, and then share your opinions. I may still not want to hear them then. Because I've heard so many, and, like, people just don't know, man. Like, unless you live this life, you don't know. And the biggest thing we need to know is that every single family is different, too. We all deal with things differently. We come from different cultures, different backgrounds, so certain things may not seem like a big deal, and then some things are. So we got to go with that. We need to respect that every family is going to have a different dynamic. All those things. But I'm going to share with you kind of things I do to de-stress, maybe, self-care, however you want to label it. Biggest thing is I am fortunate, and this was not a regular thing. My kids, Emmett sleeps now. He didn't for the first over 4 years, so believe me, I know what it's like to have none. He didn't sleep through the night till he was almost 5, so is the end of the day, even 20 minutes of time. 20 minutes of a hot bath. That's my go-to, is a bath. It just is. It might not be for everybody, but it is for a lot of people. That the more I talk to people, is that. Finding a good book you want to read. Finding music that brings you back to a good memory. Even finding music that brings you back, maybe not to a sad memory, but even if you feel an emotion and you cry, you're still releasing, you're still feeling, and you're not doing anything unhealthy by doing that. It's kind of like in the movie Inside Out that it's okay to be sad sometimes. Just don't pack up and live there. That's what I mean. It's kind of like you can be in this cave of doubt for a minute, but you need to check yourself and not stay in the cave. But doing things like that, you need to take steps in your everyday because we need to be okay for our kids to be okay. It doesn't mean we need to be perfect Betty Crocker apron wearing ladies, and there's nothing wrong with that, but we just don't have to do that. We just need to be okay. And there have been times I've not been okay. There are times when all of us have not been okay. But the only thing is that if we have a good support system that recognizes when it's kind of, my husband is good at that. If he can tell by the tone of my voice that today is not a good day, he's like, yeah, you gotta go for a walk, you gotta get out, or something. And right now I'm fortunate because of that, and he's home more, but when we go back to our regular schedule, that will change. I'm not gonna have that person in the middle of the day to be like, yeah, you need to check out for a second. So I need to reevaluate myself and figure out what I can kind of divvy in there. Whether it means waking up a little earlier, whether it means staying up an hour later. Something to bring me back to balance. We never ever truly get balance, you realize this. That's why I call it chasing balance. Whenever I refer to balance, it's always chasing it because it's like a race. So, our current situation, therapies are done. It's just us now. It has been for 6 months, which is crazy. These couple little hiccups come up. They kind of turn your world around, and we're just trying to get through every day. The point of me kind of rambling and that today is to kind of talk to you guys, get some stuff off my brain. This is a part of how I figure it out. Maybe not figure it out, but this is part of how I kind of get it off my chest and talk about it, because I've heard from people, like I've posted a video about how I'm feeling, and then I hear from people, and it's kind of amazing how we all grasp to each other, because we learn from one another. There's always something to learn. Or even if it's just this is what we're going through, totally hear you. You are not alone. So if you need to hear that you are not alone, this is my video for you, that you are definitely not. The Christmas season is already crazy with sensory overload, people in and out of your house causing, that people are not trying to cause an upset with your child. But constant people coming in and out of the house all the time can shake things up a little bit, especially when it's a really quick in and out. It's a short visit. And then if it's a long visit, it doesn't seem to matter. That's not everybody, but it's just us. I'm sure there's other families. But just little things like that can shake up your world, and it's winter time, so as much as we live outside, we're really outside with the kids, you are cooped in. There is this cabin fever that kind of sets in, so anyway, that's my chat for today. I don't know if it was even worth posting, but I wanted to just share. I try and share a little bit each week so that we can just kind of talk as a community, because it's so important. Because you can feel so alone some days. And you can have the best support system in the world and still feel like, okay, I don't have this. But I watched a video this week. I don't care if it sounds corny, but I keep repeating the same statement in my head, and I'll leave you with this. You are not failing because you were created for the role that you are doing. And everyone has their beliefs. This is me. God creates every single one of us. He knows our purpose. He knows what we're supposed to be doing. So how are you failing when He's created you for what you're supposed to be doing? So I keep trying to think that. How can you be failing? Every time I think of that I'm failing, I always keep going to that mindset of, and it's Rachel Hollis who said it, how can you be failing at a job that you were made to do? So I'm going to leave you with that this week, because that's what I'm keeping in my head. So take care. If you have any other things that you want me to chat about, anything like that, please comment below. Please contact me. My Facebook page is Alex Cormier-Author. And I pretty well, I'm open to talking about pretty much anything about our life as far as our experiences and days and whatever. So reach out to me. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks so much.